Good morning, kindergartners, and welcome to physical education class. Last time we were together, we talked about healthy foods and unhealthy foods. Let's review. Do some of you remember some healthy foods? Awesome. Bananas, carrots, apples are all healthy foods. Those are good for your bodies and they keep your muscles and your bones strong. What are some unhealthy foods? Great job. Cake, cookies, pop, pizza's not so good for you. Those are all unhealthy foods that you should only eat sometimes and not a lot of it because they aren't as good for our bodies. Today we are going to talk about why staying physically active is important. Does anyone know what physical activity is? Yes, physical activity is like running, walking, just getting out and moving around, and even when you're playing outside, that's being physically active. Being physically active is very important. It keeps our bones strong and our muscles strong. Our arm muscles, our leg muscles, everything. And you know why else physical activity is important? It's important because it also helps us stay focused when we're in school for math and reading and science. And it helps us to do better in school and it helps our brains to learn. So today we're going to play a game to help us stay physically active and have a little fun. Our game is called Going to the Zoo. This game is a very fun one, and we're going to be moving around like animals that you see at the zoo and that you see every day outside. So I'm going to show you a few of the movements we're going to be doing. Some of the simple ones that you guys already know how to do are running. We got to make sure we use our arms, help build our arm muscles, and hopping like a frog. And we're going to leap like a deer. You ever see a deer leap through the pasture? He goes. And we're going to gallop like a horse. And crawl. But we all know how to crawl. Just get on your hands and knees and we're going to crawl around. And then we're going to climb. We're going to pretend to climb though, because we don't have anything to climb today. So let's get started. First, you're going to look at my card, and I'm going to have a picture of an animal on it. And then I'm going to tell you to act like that animal. So you look at make sure you pay attention to the cards. All right, let's get started. First one's a horse. Let's all gallop like a horse. Yeah, good job, guys. That looks awesome. You guys are great horses. Alrighty. Now we're going to leap like a deer. Everyone do the leaping that I showed you. It's kind of hard. I can't do it very good either. Let's leap. Like you're running through the pasture away from a hunter. Awesome. You guys are better deer than I am. All right. Now what do we all think a monkey does? Monkey swings and climbs. Yes, good. All right, let's climb. Climb the tree, swing. Climb the other tree. Great job. And what's a healthy food that monkeys eat? Yes, bananas. Them are good for our bodies. All right, now we're going to crawl like a crab. Let's get on our hands and knees and crawl. I'm not going to get down on my hands and knees, but I know you guys can do it really good. Awesome. You guys look great. All right. Here we go. This is an animal that you see outside every day probably. Playing in your yards. We're going to climb like a squirrel. Squirrel climbing the tree. Sometimes they climb fast. Sometimes they climb slow. So you guys can be any kind of squirrel you want to be. All right, awesome. Those look great. Let's take a little break so you guys can all get a drink. Catch your breath because I don't want you to get too tired. So does anyone remember why I said physical activity is important earlier? Good job. It helps our muscles grow and it keeps us healthy along with healthy eating. Why else though? What's another reason that you probably didn't know before I told you? Yes, good job. It helps us stay focused in school and it helps with our brain development. So in subjects that our parents probably think are more important than physical education, like math and reading and social studies and science, actually being physically active helps us to stay focused for those classes. And it's important to get out and have a little bit of fresh air and have fun during the day. Don't you guys think so? Yeah. All right, let's finish off our game. Okay, this is kind of a different one, but it's going to be fun. So we're going to sneak like a little mouse. Let's go like this. Sneak, because I like to be quiet. Good job. You don't want the cat to hear you when you're trying to get the cheese. Awesome. Right now we're going to hop like a little kangaroo. Hopping through the jungle. Good job. You guys are great kangaroos. I love it. All right. Now this is the fastest animal known to man. Run like a jaguar. Get your arms moving. Make sure we use our arms so they can get strong just like our legs. Great job. That looks awesome. All right. Now we're going to crawl like a bear. Let's get on all fours and go. Yep, good job. I'm not going to crawl like a bear, but you guys look really good crawling like bears. All right. We're going to hop like a frog again. Are you ready? Awesome. You guys look like great frogs. That was good. Well, our game is done, guys. You guys acted like animals pretty well. Now, let's take a little review quick. Physical activity is important for our bodies and for our minds, remember? And it's also important to eat healthy, as well as exercise daily. Physical activity can be fun, just like our game we did today. So let's all go back to our desks and get ready for our next assignment.